Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, so it's to that parameter. Let's get the people back in the building, man. Let's get the people back in the building. Um, yo, mass incarceration fucks shit up, man. It destroyed a lot of good homes, man. It put a lot of family. It destroyed a lot of families. Um, it took the love out the house. So even though we sometimes we glorify, we do glorify the '90s because we enjoyed the '90s. Remember, the '90s was dope. We loved it, fresh fly, girls, house parties. But then also the downplay to it definitely separated the household, man. A lot of good dudes got a lot of jail time, a lot of time in them '90s. Some dudes ain't come home. Um, and I didn't really see the effects of what the '90s was doing until the 2000s. Like the newer generation that was coming up after that, because they was a little more aggressive. They was a little more on go, and they was trying to follow our path, but the gang culture was in already. The personal blocks, you know, the block beefs and the homegrown gangs. And salute, Deputy Klaus said salute, Old Harlem. A lot of that started coming up, and we say like the 2000s, and the streets just changed. New York turned into more of a Cali environment. Jessica was popping. It turned into a more Cali flow, more California energy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just to be and just to be honest, man, it's where we at now, where it's even more crazier. But the thing that's different is that it was more money back then. Um, it's still money, depends on where you at, but it's just it's like I haven't hustled in a long time, so when I see the drug addiction shit, that should be fucking me up. Like, damn. Like now it hits me now. Like when I see a mother or a father that are all fucked up on drugs, that should be like, damn. I can only imagine what the kids is going through. Salute. I can only imagine what the kids is going through with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I see things a little more different that I'm not in the game. You know what I'm saying? So even though as much as I glorify the game, I know I fuck shit up. There's a lot of dudes that grew up in, drug addicted households where their mother may smoke crack or their father may, drugs. There's no love ever where the parents is the love was gone. That's that and it turned communities into hoods, what we call hoods now. But I would say before the crack era, you know what I'm saying? Definitely while I was popping. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And the beefs be crazy. You have a promising career. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. It's just like this the block. There's a lot of cats that get a lot of money and they don't die actually over. There might be in the history of drug wars, there might have been only really 10 real wars. But niggas was like, I'm waking up in the morning, me shooting at them niggas. Half the beefs in the drug game was over females or a nigga violating somebody. They got the Valentine Day massacre in the Bronx. Somebody violated somebody's girl. One thing led to another. Allegedly, they sent some goons in and killed the family. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of times when we hear the stories about what someone went to jail for, it don't be for he went to jail. He smoked a nigga over a chick or something that had nothing to do with that block. So we have to keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? That could have been that. It could have been, man. You just never know, man. Like you never know. Um, I I think it might have, when he. I'm just in my opinion. This is my opinion. I think when he killed, because Hassan know better, because I think he was fucking with twin sister, but better yet, he know better because he was fucking with twin sister. So he definitely knows the real issue between them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Masters in the building. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Lehman. You know, so that whole Madison, Lehman, Hunt 6, side blocks, Hunt 8th, Carver. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't going to the fish, you wasn't outside. If you from East Harlem, definitely on that side, and you say you was outside, you wasn't popping up at that fish, then you wasn't outside. You know what I'm saying? The old one fish, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to my niggas in Tav, the whole Madison, Olabs, Freckles. I'm taking you back to the when Freckles was on Madison, Kojak on Madison. Definitely shout out to Boogie Blind and them niggas, you know what I'm saying? Dita and them niggas, Sean, Sean Moe and them niggas. This ain't really name dropping. This is just letting niggas know what you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you the parameters of the ever generation and what was going on. You understand what I'm saying? FEB's in the building, man. And a lot of niggas think FEB started in Forster. No, that's just that FEB started. FEB go from Forster, Schaumburg, Lehman, Forster, Schaumburg, and a portion of Forster. I believe on the Charles Street side. You know what I'm saying? The No Fair side, yeah. If I'm right, you know what I'm saying? My man Black, he was from Forster. He was FEB. Fuck everybody. He had the FTW niggas. You know what I'm saying? 15th Street was a different type of energy by like Lennox and all that. You know what I'm saying? We're in the streets. We're giving you prime time what was going on in the streets. Definitely follow my man HOC, House of Casualties. He has the ill battle raps. He put it together. My man from Harlem, man, on the east side. You know what I'm saying? See, we say the east side of Harlem, man. You know what I'm saying? That we east side niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us grew up together. But we go into the stories and the history, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. This is the side. You all know each other. Or you know somebody on the one side. That's why I tell people, man, the streets is small. You can't really. This is what get a lot of dudes in trouble is they don't know, and they'll start talking about something or talking about a bunch of dudes that they completely do not know, and don't know who knows who. That's a fact. Hell yeah, Digger Blood, free Digger Blood, Kia and all that. You be knowing Ark and Arms, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? You be knowing exactly. LNO, Scar, Kia, Dion, you know what I'm saying? That whole 5'9" tribe, you know what I'm saying? This is why it was a different energy. But one thing I'm gonna say, man, is some dudes, as you grow up, man, you gotta evolve. Evolve from the bullshit, evolve from the politics, evolve in an economic way, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be smart. See, I can sit here all day and just talk crazy and fuck this nigga and that shit don't do nothing for the cause. It don't do nothing for nobody. You see what I'm saying? There's more shit that we can talk about. Right now, a lot of dudes, you'll learn a lot listening more than just talking. Sometimes some dudes, they don't listen. They think they know it all, so they read a book and think that. But sometimes it's just to be a good observer. Listen, pay attention. Sometimes you understand, you see an op just by being around. Just how they move, how they talking, how they treat you. Good, you know what I'm saying? You sit and you go, wait a minute, whoa. You gotta watch your ops sometimes. You gotta observe the situation. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes don't even know that they ops until you gotta watch how they move and go. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good dudes that played with niggas, and niggas, line them up for things that happen to them. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was in Albany, right? I was in Albany. It's crazy. This guy, Jamaican guy, he had beef with the homies. At that time, I told you, just for all the Crip shit. Allegedly, this guy said he had beef with the homies. So what he did was he brought two homies from the town, I guess, to hold him down. Because that's what niggas do. Yo, we gun busters, we we real rights, we from New York, them niggas is in Albany. So these niggas come up there, but I never knew that son did that. But he actually brought them niggas up there to go to war with us. You know what I'm saying? And some shit happened. Not with us. But the niggas that he actually brought with him, they violated the nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, you got niggas, just because you think niggas are gonna move with you, or shake with you, or pop with you, you gotta be smart, man. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta be smart. I remember when that shit happened. That shit fucked me up, but it was like, it didn't fuck me up, but it fucked me up. Because niggas got mad time for that shit. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. That shit was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Frame. You know what I'm saying? That was some alleged shit, too. That was crazy. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That shit was crazy. Whew. That shit is, sometimes you gotta, a lot of shit be happening. See, there's a lot of shit that happen in the street. It's a lot of shit that happens in these dirty streets, man. We just gotta be smart, man. You know what I'm saying? Free. You know what I'm saying? Free to grow. But you see how small the streets is? You see? The real streets, you see how small the streets is? Where you can talk about something and somebody like, now, hold on, fool. You know what I'm saying? That's real. You know what I'm saying? That's the connection we have. Now, I'm not here to over-glorify a nigga because he may have smoked something. Cause I know a bunch of niggas that smoked something that wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It's about how are we gonna get over in this 220? What are we gonna do as a people? Not just blacks, but how about the females, the sisters, the mothers? How are we gonna be better to our females? Are we gonna treat our queens like queens? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just see, like, I noticed something that when I be on IG sometime or Facebook, I just noticed that we congratulate our niggas more than our queens. Like, and I think even our daughters, you know what I'm saying? Our nieces, I'm just with the whole female empowerment thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I do that with my daughter. Like, my daughter's a sophomore in college, and I speak to her, and I make sure that she's in a good place mentally, and she wants to be a lawyer. Whatever she want to do, she can do, just to be on the pole, you know what I'm saying? And I make it that she don't have to be on the pole where she doesn't say out of her mouth, or me and her mother, I don't have to pay for my tuition. I don't have to go take a loan. She don't have to work. All you gotta do is be smart. That's it. Just be smart. And she's doing a great job at that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm empowering my kids. I didn't have that shit. When I was my daughter's age, I was sitting in Albany County Jail. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out the answers. I'm saying she's 19. When I was 19, I was just coming off of Rikers Island, doing 6 months. I was on Rikers Island 6 months. I was an adolescent, so it was different. It was a black or Latino thing, but it was a lot of Jamaicans involved. Because back then, you had a lot of the shower posse little niggas was with us. A lot of Flatbush niggas. It was so funny though, I never seen Flatbush fiends. Like, I never seen a Jamaican crackhead to the daddy crackhead. But for some fucking weird reason, these Brooklyn niggas were getting a bunch of money in Flatbush. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? And I remember, because I was cool with this one kid that was from Dougie Fresh, Baby Mom's block in Flatbush. And wherever block she from, they said it was $1 million block. And I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? I was like, huh? But this is what was going on to what I seen in 9-2. You had the Brownsville niggas and the East New York niggas. And when I say this, right, it's different because you can say you're from Brooklyn. Anybody can be from Brooklyn. You're from Brooklyn. But it's where you say where you from in Brooklyn. Exactly. Them Jamaican niggas was in there, like mad Jamaican niggas. Like, woo. Then you had the guards. Remember, back then, niggas was still God body. You had the queens, niggas that was coming through that was doing their God body shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas was guards. You know what I'm saying? Definitely them Southside niggas is, it's weird to say that you was locked up with some niggas that was part of the clean team. The last links that was getting snatched for cases. Hey, niggas that was really a part of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was a crazy one. See, they don't want to, see, a lot of Jews don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Zab, Judah, Pops, and them niggas was going to war with the Sunni, you know what I'm saying? With the black Muslims. That's that jail shit. Because when you said Muslim back then in New York City, it was black Muslims. Shout out to Baisley. Shout out to Baisley. It was black Muslims. It was the jail shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't how it is now where you got Africans, dudes from Saudi Arabia doing salat with African Americans. It wasn't that type of party back then. It was the blacks had their own masjid and the corner store, and it was making salat and all that. You had the guards that was building in the park. It was a different energy. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When you do the history on Zab Judah Pops, his father was a terror, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? These dudes is official OGs. Shout out to Brooklyn, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, my family lived in the East. Different type of animal. You know what I'm saying? It's a different, like, East New York back then is what St. Louis is now. You see what I'm saying? That's what East New York, Brooklyn was like. Niggas is dying every day. The murder rate was high. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wasn't getting money. A lot of dudes was sticking kids. A lot of dudes was, them Jamaican niggas was trying to move in. Niggas was trying to smoke them niggas. So when you see success, you gotta be happy. Like, you gotta be happy that a Drac made it home after all that time he did. You gotta be happy when, you know, Pig was a famous nigga. Them niggas would be rapping in Starlight City and all that. These niggas was chasing rap dreams, being cool niggas that was booking niggas. These niggas rap. Some of these niggas rap. Like Pig, rest in peace, you know, East New York, Pink Houses. A lot of niggas don't know that. Niggas just trying to get on. You know what I'm saying? Hip-hop was niggas' way out. They seen Divine Sound do it. They're like, oh, we could do it too. Divine Sound set it off for Brooklyn, really. I mean, they had a movement. Like, when you heard that little song, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Did everything just, you know, when we speak of hip-hop, right? Not how these hip-hop talks all the time with a lot of older cats where I'm at in St. Louis, right? What music was y'all listening to around this time? They were listening to the same music that we was listening to. So, disco music was definitely not geared towards what became hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? And when I hear like songs like All Night Long, that was a song that was cultural, that had some hip hop in it, right? Remember Michael Jackson did the moonwalk across the stage? That was hip hop. And then what Michael Jackson did that was dope was he implemented a lot of hip hop moves in his tours, in his videos, in his visuals. That helped hip hop. Rick James with Tina Marie. Rhyming in his songs. All this was coming from some shit that a bunch of poor kids created. Kids that was mad, not just black and Puerto Ricans, but white, rebels. We created something that destroyed a whole nother movement. But the only thing that got stuck in that game was the cocaine game. And within the cocaine game, that's when the crack game got created. It became a pandemic, an epidemic. You understand what I'm saying? See, this is before. Like, think about this. When you sit down and speak to a Soul B, they couldn't count. They was going to jail in the 80s. Talk to them niggas. Really have a real conversation with them niggas. Yo, was going, because they was already catching cases, robberies. And that was because niggas was fucked up. When y'all hear Decepticons, I just think niggas is after school board beating niggas up, robbing niggas. A lot of niggas was poor. This is what poor people do. They take. Low lies. It was just, let's just go to the Polo Mansion and snatch racks and run in the streets and be in the newspaper. No, it was a bunch of poor kids getting busy. Some dudes got fly and some dudes were selling that shit. You know what I'm saying? This was the culture. You understand what I'm saying? The culture that we grew up in. And then we had the gang culture. Now, the gang culture in New York was weird because it was different. Because it was Everything else came from the streets. Nietas. Well, the Latin King thing didn't come from the street, but you had some Latin Kings in New York because the Chicago, New York thing. But it was different with the blood and lines because that was really jail created. That was New York State jail created. Like these niggas, they got better with everything as they went. You know what I'm saying? So it was hard to crack the real war stories because you didn't know who was who, what was what. Then when they hit the adolescence, it just grew. Boom, TFY, boom, middle of Brooklyn, boom, Bronx, boom, Harlem, boom. Like it just got different. You know what I'm saying? Then you just had some dudes that was forced flagging claiming shit just to claim shit. You know what I'm saying? So then you got them niggas losing their mind, bringing niggas home. You had a whole set of forced flaggers. They went around bugging. So they go, you know what I'm saying? So it was different, man. But now you look, right, at what they're doing. Now when you're poor, right, and you live in the hood, what they're doing now is they're sending you. They're sending you to neighborhoods like University Ave, where there's a bunch of shelters on University. Not the whole thing, but like University, a lot of shelters over there, the Fordham Heights University area. So now you're bringing a bunch of poor people that was banging in Brownsville, or banging in Long Island, and you're bringing them to one community, and they're all banging on each other, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now I don't, I just talk with the lips, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is, I talk with the lips. I don't know that Coogee Rap shit that fucked me up. Rapping like Coogee Rap for years got me talking like Coogee Rap, you know what I'm saying? But that was one of my niggas I listened to back in the day. That was G-Rap was my nigga, you know what I'm saying? But it's what we going with. What I'm getting at, you know what I'm saying? Like Lord Finesse. I remember when Lord Finesse first, like not first pop, because you never know how long a nigga been doing something. First time I heard Lord Finesse, right? I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Some of you on this shop might even remember this, right? You remember when Lord Finesse did that video in Castle? That's where Slick Rick allegedly shot his cousin, whatever the case may be, caught his time. That's the club I'm talking about. He did a video and had Fat Joe on it running around, boom. Fat Joe was already famous before he made a record. Because everybody talked about the Puerto Rican nigga that was running around. They already had a description for him. They had the AKA for him. They said he was a drug king, allegedly from Forest, and boom, and he rapped, boom. The first time I seen a visual of Fat Joe was in Lord Finesse video. This is for the ladies. Yup, DITC. Shout out to the Wayne brothers. I remember when he brought AG and them niggas on their show. My man Goldfinger used to live in Melrose. And he used to fuck with some of them niggas in Melrose. Melrose projects in downtown Bronx. My nigga Goldfinger. You know what I'm saying? He was getting, you know what I'm saying? If y'all know, y'all know. Y'all know who Goldfinger is. Y'all know. He was Madison, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he's fucking with them niggas. So to see that AG, them niggas is on A Living Color, when A Living Color was the #1 show on Fox, that's big, bro. Diamond D, them niggas was killing them. Remember Diamond D? These are dudes from the block. These are dudes from the block that was creating music in the sound. I remember going to the Bronx and everybody was just talking about Lord Finesse, yo. And then everybody was like, Lord Finesse got signed to Ice-T, Rhyme Syndicate. I'm just showing you how you don't give up, right? MC Everlast was a white rapper that was signed to Ice-T under Rhyme Syndicate Records. You know what I'm saying? Facts. This is what it's about, because everybody want to make shit sound so tough and so rough. And it's real shit. We gotta be real. Give me some history. They give me the history around it, because everybody didn't have to be tough. I know niggas that took money that would come outside with regular hats on, right? New specs. Flat five niggas. Yo, I'm doing such and such. Make their moves, whoever moves they make, they out. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And that was success for them. You see what I'm saying? Those were successful moves, successful runs. Um, but back to Lord Finesse, man. MC Everlast. So MC Everlast, it didn't work for him with Ice-T. He was trying to, because Ice-T had a record deal with Rhyme Syndicate. I ain't gonna front. He definitely brought mad Zulu Nations with nigga dudes with him, like Africa Islam and Donald D. I don't know if he was Zulu, but he had people that moved into Cali. Donald D had a song called FBI. Free Base Institute is where they go to get high. Donald D's like one of the first. No, Donald D's a first generation rapper out of New York. Salute to Donald D. You know what I'm saying? Um, MC Everlast, while I'm signing with House of Pain, became a megastar. So you never give up, man. The first time we seen MC Hammer was on Video Music, but the first time I seen him, he had a song called Turned His Mother Out. He used to get to feel like it was crazy. Yo, they say in New York, I'm nobody. Then I get on the train one day, and I think it was a chapter of the D-Steps. They singing that song, Turn This Mother Out. And they was beating niggas up and snatching their bus passes and all this on the train. That was a song they used. When you go on 14th Street on the 6th train, it was like the worst. Because you see everything popping up. You see everything, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. 14th Street, it was like, that's where them Brooklyn niggas just all migrate. You know what I'm saying? But the west side by Park West and Graphics is where they migrate. And it's funny, man, because I remember seeing KRS-One getting off the train on 14th Street. I remember seeing Just Ice, all his little beads and jewels. Have I been to Latin Quarter? Nah. But I remember that movement when dudes was going there. That was that Latin Quarter shit from just the stories I heard. That was a Brooklyn house. Remember, like, you heard Jail Brooklyn house? Like the Brooklyn niggas was really in there snatching changes, snatching shines, and all that other shit. They was really getting busy. This is when Zulu Nation still had a grip on the clubs in Manhattan. This is when Bambaataa still had his hands in certain spots in hip hop downtown. Ice-T says it. He tell you when I went to the Latin Quarters, I was with Zulu. Bambaataa had his hand in everything back then. When it came to hip hop in New York City, he definitely did. He had his hands in all that. You know what I'm saying? He used that presence he had. A lot of niggas, black people don't know, the only white boy that danced, when there's a song called, KRS-One got called Down With Us, the ICU Dances. There was only one white guy that danced with them, right? Now listen, this is what I mean. You could be anything you want to be in life. MC Search was a dancer with the ICU dancers. Now what did MC Search turn out to be? He became a rapper with Third Base. They went gold the first album. Had a platinum single called The Gas Face. He had a great album the first one. The second one didn't do so well, but it sold some records. Then one of the greatest things that MC Search did was he's the guy that signed Nas. Yo, definitely thank you, Jason. You know what I'm saying? This guy was a dancer. He was doing the Running Man. The only white guy in the club doing dance with the ICU dancers. The ICU dancers was in The Bridge Is Over. When the people that was dancing, that's the ICU dancers. They was a part of that whole hip hop movement. The Latin Quarters played a part to that immediately downtown. Roxy played a part to that. But Golden Never Hip Hop, the Latin Quarters. That was where Milk and Giz performed and Rakim performed, and this is where Brooklyn was at. This is not a Brooklyn cat. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. You would think that the Knicks play in Manhattan, but there's more Knicks fans in Bronx and Brooklyn than any place else. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas, it's New York, they just love the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Noriega. You know what I'm saying? And just growing up in this hip hop. See, I'm giving y'all, this is why you can be anything you want to be. Do anything you want to do. We can't waste time arguing with dudes. Our minds we can use our mind for something else. I remember there was a rapper called Shy D. I had one of his records. That shit was crazy, right? He was a big rapper in the South. Definitely dude and all them dudes. Rap a lot. You know what I'm saying? I remember, I remember seeing Onyx first record before they had Sticky with him. When there was some 6ix9ine boys and some shit on Profile, some shit with that. Then they got Sticky. They got around Jam Master Jay, rest in peace. Boom. They had a great summer. Slam, bitch ass nigga. Y'all know the rest. That was a good era in hip hop, right? New York Undercover. We talking about the era. There was a time for New York Undercover, Cross Colors, pastel colored Guess jeans. The era was changing. Fat Farm. That's when Fat Farm was pop. Remember Fat Farm? Fat Farm was one of the first original hip hop clothing lines. The end of the era. But then the gang culture was creeping up on us. And then after, 96, 97, you start seeing spurts of this shit. Spurts. By 99, it was, 2000, it was popping. You know what I'm saying? But then by 2000, 2001, that's when the Blood and Crip shit started. There's certain, it's already going on, but it was just like, East Flatbush was in the newspaper every week. Clarkson, Lenox Road, y'all niggas know them side blocks in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? That shit was in the paper every week. Then you had them niggas on Riverdale, Towers, whatever the fuck they call it, Newport, them niggas that was in Garvey. They had their own little GD shit going on and other shit. You had the niggas that's in the projects, had the ABG shit going on. And as crazy as this shit sound, is it me or is GKB heavy in Brownsville, bro? You know what I mean? But at that time, GKB was heavy in the Ville. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of shit going on, man. We got to salute the city, salute the town, man. I think overall, man. Yeah, Right On. Remember the Right On magazine? Definitely shout out to the Shirt Kings. It's funny because when you mentioned Jamaica Queens back then, you talked about going to the Coliseum or Goods, right? But then you read in the newspaper about the Supreme Team and Fat Cat and Pappy Mason shit. That's fucking you up. Like, what? Because you thought you went by, see, if you ain't leave your block, you only went by what you thought. So you see hip hop, Run DMC, Hollis Ave, you read a book, you just think that all the money in the Hollis. You hear that Southside shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Like, damn, niggas get money like that? And then they go out and have people in the South Side and they breaking shit down. It's crazy. Them niggas had a lot of landscape. Because you're not used to that. The average person you know uptown got a block or two. You're not used to nigga having 20 blocks, 30 blocks. Like, damn, these niggas is killing them. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to everyone on the South Side, man. Linden, Little Bino on them niggas, the Blazers over there, you know what I'm saying? On Sufton, Linden, you know what I'm saying? Everything on Foch, Sufton, everything, 121, the Bricks, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit is real, man. And that's what helped make the trends. Dapper Dan, you know what I'm saying? Mark 125, Coliseum. We can't forget they all part of hip hop. Shirt Kings, the Gold Fleet, the Canal Street, the Delancey Street. You know what I'm saying? The slum niggas, the slum lord niggas. You know what I'm saying? Shit is real, man. What I was saying, man, is that we start bigging our queens up. This social network thing should be used for us to show love to each other. If you don't rock with somebody, just don't rock with them. You don't have to be on here arguing. You ain't gotta be on here beefing. You ain't gotta, exposing somebody. Sometimes you have to defend yourself, though. Like, hold on, for having to play. But I just think that there's more things that we can talk about. There's more services that we can talk about. There's a lot of things going on that we're not talking about. Some of y'all got queens that don't know what their next move is. Like, yo, if you ain't got a record, become a cop. Simple. Become an EMT. Become there's so much you can come when you don't have a fucking felony. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the felony, you gotta play games. It's all politics. You know what I'm saying? You got the BOCES program. You got, and now with this COVID shit, there's all type of online. Like, there's no way any of y'all can say that have this online class shit. Like, yo, my son ain't going to school. He can't finish high school. Go online. You see that? You know what I'm saying? You got, we gotta be. Yeah, it's a lot of them, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's what you take. It's what you bring. See, people gotta mix up. The gang don't make you. It's what you make of with the gang. It's who you be around. You know what I'm saying? If you're around the wrong type of gang members, then you're gonna get what come with that. You're around the right ones, then you can build. You know what I'm saying? We see that keeping the gangster 100% away when it comes to business, you lose. You gotta humble yourself. You gotta have gratitude, little things like that. Time management. You gotta listen more. If you listen more to people, then you know how to react to them and how to move with them. It's the listening skills is where we mess up. If you meet somebody and start talking, promoting ourselves, and don't even realize that we don't take the time out to hear them. So that by the time we hear them, they're like, well, I don't need you no more. So we have to become listeners so we know how to maneuver around something. Know who's with us, who's not with us. You know what I'm saying? Little small things like that and help us out. You know what I'm saying? I do it myself. I just learn how to maneuver things. Somebody asks you a real question. Everything don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to be like, yo, son, hey, I'm gonna ask you a question, man. Boom, boom, boom. Where it's understandable. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. I don't know what time. But I'm gonna do another live. That Vaughn shit is crazy, right? It says man's booked him. This is a lie. He died over his fight, whatever the case may be. End of the day, man, young man died too young for that, man. He had too much going on, man. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta be smart, man. It's hard to be smart. You just gotta slow down, slow it down, think. You know what I'm saying? Think before you act. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, good night to everybody. I'm super tired. Good night, everybody. Yeah. I'm gonna go live tomorrow night. This is my new show I'm gonna do. It's called No Cap, where y'all get to speak and y'all get to conversate with each other. Nobody's gonna get zapped. Nobody's gonna get none of that shit. We're just gonna vibe. Because about new events, old events, middle events. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how we all learn something. So then this is how we don't argue. Like somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's all the time, man. All the time, man. So with that being said, man, good night, party people.